and welcome to, you know what, it's cloudy, but it is lovely and mild Monday morning. We have spent the morning giving the section we pointed Thursday, Friday, a bit of TLC. Went over the main of the wall with just a bit of wood. And then obviously on the stone bits around the edges, I went along with a wire brush and just basically cleaned it all up really. We're not going to touch this too much. We want to keep it looking quite old and that. So when we beat it back with a brush, like, we just sort of want to keep that sort of effect. But obviously we don't, you know, we want to try and show as much stone as possible. But where a lot of it has blown from obviously having render, big sections like that, which we can actually, you know, really reveal the lovely bits of stone. It's sort of like, especially down this bottom bit, it looks a bit rougher, if you know what I mean. Just more spread out basically, but that's the way it's going to be. It'll soon all weather, you know what I mean. But you can definitely see it on the bottom bit, like there, is a lot spread out compared to like the top. Like I say, it's just because of the stone's blown. But yes, so we're just gonna keep going over that. We can keep going over that for ages, you know what I mean. But we'll spend today basically trying to get that done. We have cracked on with this section now. So what I've done here is there was a lovely few big, I don't know what they were, few cheeky plants in the top light, so we've removed them. That little bit there you can see at the top when my little stick is pointing out, that is actually the back of the wall, and that goes like 4 or 5 inches thick, but it slopes at the back, and then obviously then the wall carries on. It's sort of like a half a semicircle, if you know what I mean, top this wall is, so it goes up and then it just arches down, then goes down. So we are going to leave that alone because, you know, it being an old wall, etc. We don't, you know, we don't want to take too much. If it's sound, we're going to leave it basically. That's the whole agenda with this whole wall, like. So yeah, we're going to do section by section, just because some of these big bits are loose, and we're just going to, like I said on the last video, we're just going to work from this side all the way along, because it's sort of that big stone there, like imagine like a smiley face, that is where it's bulging out. So that's, but we're just gonna take the whole lot down. Hopefully if that back can stay intact, that's gonna be great. If it gets a bit worse to wear down there, it should be all right. But where them plants and that, you can just sort of see them, we have cut them off, but where they have grown out, they've actually pushed the top off. So there is a massive crack following what we've took off there all the way along. So to be honest with you, a little cheeky tug, that's all going to fall off like. But anyway, let's crack on with Monday. Let's concentrate on this little bit here, get it filled in, make it safe and secure, and yeah, lovely jubbly. Roll on Monday, Cam. What's that? Huh? I can see 3 mugs. Sorry. Righty, we are getting there. We have got up to there. The bricks, I think they actually look all right. There is a lot, well, there's about 2 or 3 courses along there, but we've got to reuse the old bricks. And as you can see, you know, I'll use some older bricks, but I can't be using stuff like that really, you know what I mean? It's not really playing the game, is it? But so yeah, so you can sort of see what we're going for. We're going to stop there because I don't want to start taking that down till tomorrow. We'll worry about that tomorrow. So what we're going to do now for the rest of the day is keep pecking out this section, brush it all down, splash it with water, and then keep pointing basically. Get a chunk in here. Cam is round, well, going around, should I say, to rub up the top. Get that all rubbed up, because what we've done on the top here is just like a little sort of mortared dome. That's what we built today. All the stone that's pointed. But yeah, you can sort of see it coming on now. So I think once we get these tops, basically, get these tops all sorted out, I think, obviously, you know, it's going to absolutely boom along. So from there to there, we'll do the exactly same again. Only going to keep it one course of bricks because, you know, we are going to reuse the bricks, but we are down to some really, really lovely looking bricks. So yeah, continue that today, fill in that tomorrow, get that done, and then Wednesday, which is my last day, unfortunately, because I don't think I'm actually going to see this one complete, which is going to annoy me. But yeah, boff, we should hopefully be, you know, sort of over a half pointed across the board. This side here is lovely. Sort of keep going over it throughout the day. We'll give it another little sort of brushing over when we're done. But it is, you know, it's starting to lighten up. It is starting to lighten up. It's, you know what I mean? So even sort of pecking out that bit there, we've only lightly done it. So we're going to give it a really hard one now. And obviously actually prep it ready for the pointing. But yeah, so once I get the top done up there, even doing that top there, you know what I mean? Like that wall there looks just totally different to what it was. So once we get that end done, get rid of that dirty render and that, oh, it's going to be nice. Lovely jubbly. So anyway, we're going to crack on with that. Going to go slurp down some tea. And yeah, crack on with that this afternoon. Boom. Do you know what? I am so glad today is done. It has been a hard Monday today. That wall was just a nightmare on the top. It was just hard work, that was. It's just because you've got such a fat cement dome on the back, and obviously we're sort of, obviously that bit we took down and rebuilt, we're sort of building like that. We're sort of connecting on like that. Obviously, I think something's going to go over the top to sort of obviously protect the connection. But obviously we don't want to be touching that because that will just come off as a lump, and that wall on the back is a totally different wall. So we're obviously trying to connect onto it the best we can. And it's just been an absolute nightmare, really. Top old brick course was just sort of whacked in, I think, just to raise the wall up. So I don't actually think it was the original wall. I just believe it was, you know, because there's 3 courses down the far right where we've already pointed, if you look. And then it sort of goes into 2, then 3, then 2. Then obviously we've put 1 on, just because I think personally the brick wall isn't original at all. It's just obviously been added on just to add some height on, like. But anyway, I'm glad it's done. I'm not really looking forward to tomorrow. Just going to see, really, because that ends obviously a different ball game. There's a lot of damaged stone and stuff, so obviously I think it is going to be looked at again, because obviously, especially down that bottom bit where we haven't even ripped the render off, a lot of that stone is going to be blown, which happens when, you know, you use cement on stone walls. Basically, it's just the water's got nowhere to go, it's all trapped, and it freezes and it just softens the stone, it expands, everything cracks. Oh, so yeah, so we're getting there. It's just obviously, you know, we want to try and do the best job we can, but obviously, you know, the aim of the game is to obviously restore this old wall. But unfortunately, you know, if the old wall's a bit damaged, you've got to sort of have that happy medium where actually, look, let's just you know, if we have to add some new stone, we do. We'll see how we go anyway. But so yeah, we'll see how we go tomorrow. I might just, to be honest with you, the bit we've done today, that little brick course, I might just point down, to be honest with you, try and get that done and then move on. I believe Pat's here Wednesday, which would be good, which is obviously my last day. So but don't worry, even if I don't get to see this one, obviously finish it, you know what I mean? It's only going to be like probably Thursday, Friday, I believe. You know, Pat, Cam, the crew are going to be there. So I will return and see what it actually looks like, because obviously it needs a good month to sort of fully dry out as well to get its true colour, so that'll be good. Anyway, yeah, roll on Tuesday. Thank you for watching, and yeah, see you in a bit.